broken.
Right.
And the aviation minister, he stood up and he said, no, we're going to replace your sitar, because anyways the airline industry here is, and all of them are making losses. So I think it was in the front page of the newspaper.
Okay.
We're going to replace it.
But the fact of the matter is he's getting a new sitar. This guy had to do this video and completely embarrass United for them to be able to do the right thing. So, and really he embarrassed United.
How did he get so many people to watch his video?
He sent it out to a few. They thought it was hilarious and sent it to all their friends. And that's how it works. And literally all their friends. I can't tell you how many times this video was sent to me. Tweeted about, posted on Facebook, and that's viral. That's when things go viral. It was word of mouth is one method of marketing, and it is a very effective one when you can get it to go in your favor. It's not necessarily something that you can create. You never know when something's going to go viral. That's the thing. But he put it out there, and it did, because it was really engaging, and you could feel it. You could feel the frustration, and there was a lot of humor with it as well. Humor tends to go with viral. So with all of that together, it was very effective. Okay. Keep going. Oh, here's something. Okay, you mentioned the complaints. That's the thing. When you start to engage with the customer, they're going to feel free to complain. They're going to complain anyhow, but when you're actually giving them a platform and a location to voice their complaints, they're going to do it that much more. But that's actually okay, because this gives you the opportunity to respond in the same location. Okay, they're going to make a comment. I don't think it's on this one, but there was a conversation on the Dell page where somebody didn't get something on time. So then Dell answered back, it's here and we're looking into it, blah, blah. And then he's like, okay, I've been waiting this long, what's going on? And they wrote back, we're having this and this and this delay. And then finally he got it, and he wrote, okay, I finally got it, thank you for your help. So you get to see the whole conversation play out, but you also get to see that the company's responding. Things happen, okay, what are you doing about it? Don't just let it lie. It's also, people, everybody understands that during, say, the holiday season in the U.S., things are going to be delayed in shipping. There's going to be a flub up here and there. That is okay. But are you doing something about it? If you completely drop the ball, do you give them something else to say, we're sorry, and thank you for your time and patience and everything else? Do you show that you care and acknowledge their own frustration? Because it's a big deal to acknowledge somebody else's frustration when they're in a situation that you can't fix what's wrong necessarily. Instead of just going, I can't help you. You know what? You're right. Totally sorry. We're going to work on that. Here you go, something else instead. Or we're going to do this to be able to solve this solution for this amount of time. So another example is Whole Foods. And they're engaging. It's not just for niche players. I've given you a lot of niche examples, but it's not just for niche players. It's something that can be used by most B2C companies, and in some ways for many B2B companies. So, Coke is no longer going to have campaign sites. Okay, so say Coke is doing a campaign for the Olympics. They're not going to have a CokeOlympic.com website anymore. They're not doing it. They found that it doesn't get them as much response or engagement as doing it on Facebook and YouTube and engaging with people on the different social media platforms. These are where the people actually are. So going to them is a lot easier than creating a URL and then trying to get them to go over there. So, social media is also a lot about saying, we're going to come to you, and we're going to go to where you play and engage with you there, because we care, we want your attention, and we want to show you that we want your attention. Their SEO presence, their social media and SEO campaigns get them better responses than even Coke.com does. It's not a small statement. This is where the future is going. It's just a matter of how you decide to engage with it. YouTube is the second largest search engine. If you think that YouTube is owned by Google, it just goes back to Google is the largest search engine. But you know, YouTube itself, when people go to look things up, they go onto YouTube. So if you have a B2B company, it's smart to do videos of information, because somebody might actually be looking on YouTube for how do I do this, or put in the word of the product or whatever, just to see what comes up. There are, you know, you need to be where your fans are. Oh, this, okay, not about the numbers. Yeah, okay, Quickie Mart. This is a traditional media campaign that had a small social media way of backing it up. So how many of you know The Simpsons? Okay, Simpsons, Quickie Mart, right. So Quickie Mart, everybody knows Quickie Mart from The Simpsons. Right, exactly. So they did a campaign where they took a 7-Eleven and turned it into Quickie Mart. Okay, this is an offline media campaign, and it got a lot of press at the time, and it did really well for them. And then they just posted the photos, and that's all they had to do. They took some photos, they posted it. How long did that take? An hour, maybe? And it stays online. The information stays there. So if somebody is like, you know, looking up something on The Simpsons and decides to look up Quickie Mart just because, they have, from something that took them a day, 2 days to put up, 872,000 views. They'll have even more as it continues. It's just there. You don't have to really necessarily, and then if you have alerts set up, so if somebody posts a comment, you find out when they send a comment because it goes directly to your email inbox. So you don't have to watch it every day. It's not something that you have to necessarily put so much focus on, but it is a way for you to get out there and keep in the mind share and be found.
So basically what they would have done is they have seen the trends, the keywords that people search most, and they have picked up a keyword that relates to their product, and they have set up a page based on that product. So when people will look for that keyword, their site will come up.
So this old Simpsons offline media campaign has a life of over 2 years because of Flickr. And it, you know, very little effort, not a lot of money, high ROI. You have different options. You could be blasting the info to everywhere, and you've got Ping FM as an example of that. Or you could be targeting different platforms. I personally recommend the targeting, but occasionally if you've got some really big news, blasting can be appropriate. Use sparingly. Okay, another one. Social media mixed with traditional media. This is H&R Block. Who would think that H&R Block is a tax accounting company in the U.S. Known for handling people's taxes individually, but they also have a TurboTax competitor. And so they have a product that they want people to know about. It kind of steps on the foot of their other products, but not so much that, and they want to cannibalize themselves. So what they did was they started mixing traditional with the social media. They have accountants tweeting. They have accountants answering questions on Twitter, and they have an H&R Block application on Facebook. But wait, there was something on here that I thought was absolutely hilarious. They tell me it's here. Ah, yes. Social media strategy includes a Twitter account, widgets, blog, YouTube channel, Facebook fan page, and apps. And the employees who are on these programs have been social media qualified, which I just happen to find really funny. Basically, you have to have some common sense when you use these different platforms. Be nice, be polite, and give the right information. And don't give information that obviously isn't appropriate. Don't be too personal if you're doing it for another company. You have to show your own personality. People are interested in that. But you know, if you're tweeting under the name of H&R Block, don't go hitting on somebody on Twitter.